Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about this deck here. This deck is called Armored Chariots. This one, of course, you can see if you take a look at your screen, it's using the Moonshaker Cavalry. Moonshaker Cavalry is such a good card here. It says when this creature enters the battlefield, reinforce each creature you control one time. Your creatures get +X and gain flying. X is the number of creatures you control, including their reinforcements. Really what this one will do is buff creatures really big, especially if you're using like maybe these token creatures that you'll see in the video. Token creatures, of course, they're cheap. A lot of times it's one shot and you'll put down a bunch, and that's going to help you to use this buff really well. Alright, so I'll show you what I mean by that right now. Alright, it says when this creature enters the battlefield, create X gnome tokens. Right, X is this creature's power. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to put down a lot of these guys, or at least if we can get down one, right? We get down one, he'll put down 3 gnome tokens. At that point, if we get down the Moonshaker Cavalry, he's going to get a nice big buff to him, right? Those gnomes will also get a buff. And at some point, if we can get another one of these guys down, you're going to see even more and more of these gnome tokens. And of course, more of these threefold Thunderhawks that are going to be really big. One of the things that we're trying to do here is use this Moonshaker Cavalry with the Eternal Wanderer. Eternal Wanderer will help us to exile target creature, and it says here if that card is a non-token creature card, then you can return the last creature from its controller's exile to the battlefield under their control. So obviously what we're going to try to do is take the Moonshaker Cavalry, exile them, bring them back as you see with this, the Eternal Wanderer, and then you're going to see that big buff, this buff here, you're going to see it again, right? We're trying to do that as many times as you can in one turn or in the course of the game. One of the ways we're going to be able to do that, of course, is with this card here, Against All Odds. It says here, you may exile target creature you control. If you do, return it to the battlefield under your control with its reinforcements. Again, that's one of those that you can use with the Moonshaker Cavalry. It's kind of the same as the Eternal Wanderer over here. That's going to be one that's going to help you to create a really big buff here for the Thunderhawk and get those gnomes out. Now, a couple other ones here. I do like this one, Virtue of Loyalty. It really does help your creatures to get bigger and stronger. It gives you the Vigilance ability as well. I'll read it to you. It says, at the end of your turn, your creatures get +1/+1. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each of their reinforcements. Also, your creatures gain Vigilance until the beginning of your next turn. So you see some defense there. Your creatures with stun counter lose stun counter 1. Okay, so that's great. I also like this one here, Golden Wish. You can read what it says. It's kind of one of those that you can use over and over again if you can build a deck around it like that, and it's going to be completely dominant. All right. It says fetch the first 2 artifact support or vanguard cards from your library. Those 2 cards, of course, gain full mana, and you can convert 20 gems to loyalty. And that's going to be awesome, especially because this is who we're using it for. Elspeth Resplendent. What we're going to try to do is use the Shining Bulwark ability here. It says pick one of the first 4 creature or support cards from your library, fetch that card. That card gains full mana, and you can put down this Protection Provenance token, and it'll gain a shield. You can read what it says here. It's not super big. What we're trying to do for this deck is get that free card here. And you can see the way that this deck is built, it doesn't have a whole lot of those supports, right? So you'll definitely be able to get Eternal Wanderer or Virtual Loyalty. It doesn't have a lot of creatures, right? So you'll be able to pull one of these 2 pretty much for sure. It's not a guarantee, as I kind of said, but you'll definitely be able to have a high probability of pulling those cards, and that's exactly what you need, because that's going to help you to put together a nice combo that will win games for you. Alright, with that being said, let's take a look at what we have here for our gameplay. Turning these guys off right now because we don't want them right now. What we're trying to do is get those supports. We'll get our creature tokens down. There we go. Get those creature tokens down first, and then we'll be able to do some really good things with those Moonshaker Cavalries. Alright, here we go. Threefold Hulk here. Okay. I'm thinking we go with let's go with Let's go with this. You know, I kind of forgot to do this, but I'll show you guys in a second. What I like to do at the beginning of these videos is show you guys the actual Planeswalker, so you guys can kind of decide for yourself if you guys want to buy this Planeswalker or not. Right, I kind of forgot to do that, but I'll do that in a second, as soon as it's my turn again. Man, they're getting a lot of those cascades. Okay, let's take a look. Do I want to do that? Not yet. Alright, so Elspeth Resplendent, here's the mana bonuses. You can take a look for yourself. There's some good white and blue, also followed by black. And here are the abilities that she has. And of course, if you want to take a look further, just hit the pause button. Alright, now that we got that going, I'm gonna go with Golden Wish. I do like Golden Wish. I'm gonna turn it off just because I kind of want to make sure I use it wisely. There we go. Glorious Stand, smashing the opponent's creature. And there we go. We're putting down some damage. This is really good. What I'm really hoping to do is launch that middle ability, that second ability. If we can get that down, it's going to do some good stuff for us. Oh, Deathbridge Chant. That's a really good card. That's a dangerous card. Alright, we'll go like this. And I'm looking around to see if we can get some cascades going. I tell you what, we'll take a chance here. See if we can get a. I was hoping to prevent this, but they're going to be able to do a match 5 here. I was hoping that we were going to get that match 5, but nope. That's just a risk you take sometimes. Oh, they got a couple of them actually. Alright, Rot Hulk. The enemy is putting down a bunch of creatures and some tokens there. You know, that's usually not good for us, but I'm not worried because this is a really good deck that's about to launch some amazing things. And I'm going to just take a look here. I think we'll save that. Alright, we'll go Moonshaker. I will wait. I'm just going to have to be patient, guys. Alright, let's see if we can get this going. Right there, that's real nice. Stroke of Midnight. We'll go for this dude here. Alright, it looks like we're losing this game, but at this point, we are definitely winning. And I'm going to say that because we have the combo that we have that we really need. We got it going. Gonna go Not Now for that. And there's another piece we need. Okay, so Shining Bulwark. This is what I wanted to show you. We're going to be able to take one of these and put it in our hand. What I'm thinking right now is we'll go with Threefold Thunderhulk again. Do like that one. And for the purposes of this, I'm going to get rid of this guy here. And also open up that. Okay. Now I'm thinking that's it for now. Yeah, let's go with it. And we'll go with this too. Okay, now I'm taking a look, and what I'm thinking is not a ton of exciting things. We'll go with that. We'll see what we can do. Alright, there's Moonshaker Cavalry. It's giving us that big buff that we like. Right there. Get our gnomes going. Threefold Thunderhulk is going to be in play. That's going to put down a bunch of more gnomes. And of course, like I said, this is what's going to help us to win. We have these two over here. This is from our Golden Wish card, I believe it's called. Those are both those Vanguards, the Eternal Wanderer. So we're making some moves here. I definitely do like what we see. What I'm thinking this next turn, we'll see if we can get some samurais out. Oh, we're taking some damage, but that's alright. We'll go Not Now with that. Not really worried about the defense here, just because this is such a good deck that I don't really have to worry. It just loads up on all kinds of damage, and it's really just not a problem here. Alright, go like this. Exile. This is the combo I was telling you about. You'll exile the Moonshaker and then put it back, which of course will give us this big buff here. And you can see why I'm not really worried about playing defense with this deck, right? Because it just is such a strong deck. It uses that cavalry combo there, and you know, it's just an amazing combo. So I do like it. Hope you guys like it. Anyway, that's it for me. Like and subscribe. That helps the channel. Share with all your friends, of course. And that's it for me. Good gaming, guys.